name is Grace Mbwete from the Open University of Tanzania, and in this lecture we're going to learn about Common Gateway Interface, or CGI. So the lecture will cover the introduction to CGI, how does CGI work, CGI URLs, and then at the end we're going to look at forms. So what is CGI? CGI is a standard mechanism for associating URLs with programs that can be run by a web server. Also, CGI can be interpreted as a protocol of some sort for how the request is passed to the external program, and then how this external program sends the response to a client. So how does CGI work? A program is created like normal, and then this program must be made user executable. A user visits a web page, and then the web browser contacts the server where the CGI program resides and asks it to run the program, that CGI program. After that, it passes parameters to that particular program. This means similar to command line arguments. The server then runs the program with the parameters passed in. After that, the server takes the output of the program and returns to the web browser. The web browser displays the output as a normal HTML page. Now let us look at CGI programming. When you look at this diagram, you've got HTTP request, you've got a response, and you've got several methods. As you can see, you've got invoke method, fork method, and different other methods. Now let us look at CGI URLs. There is a mapping between URLs and CGI programs provided by a web server. The exact mapping is not standardized. A web server needs or can set it up. Typically, a request that starts with CGI bin or CGI bin small letters or CGI, this should be known as it's not a static document. Now, let us look at HTTP server and CGI interaction. As you can see in this diagram, you have standard in and standard out, and you've got environmental variables in between the browser and the server. Now let us look at CGI environmental variables. The web server sets some environmental variables with information about the request. The web server fork method and the child process exec executes the CGI program. The CGI program gets information about the request from the environmental variable. That's why in the diagram there's a connection. The environmental variable stays in between, and then it acts as a media between the request side and response side. Now let us look at standard in and standard out. Before calling the execution method, the child process sets up pipe so that standard in comes from the web server and standard out goes to the web server. In some cases, part of the request is read from the standard in. Anything written to the standard out is forwarded by the web server to the client. Now, how do you do outputting from CGI? Just as CGI program took input from a user via the web browser, it outputs back to the user via the web browser as well. Standard out is redirected to the web browser so that it can contact it. This means you don't have to learn any new output functions. Print function will now throw data to the web browser. Now let us look at request method get. This script, as you can see, it shows the get request method, which is a query of string as a part of a function. That is a get is a request method, and then you have a delimiter in between, and then you have a resource name, and then we have a query string. That's how the code works. Now, we've seen the code. So what does CGI say? The CGI program gets request method using getInv. As you can see from this code, you have the request method, and then there's an if statement within that particular code. And now, getting the get, meaning the get method. If the request method is get, then you have that particular if statement to be executed. The next step is to get the query string from the environmental variable. Now we have to send back HTTP response and headers back to the client. The CGI program can send back HTTP status line, as you can see, with a printf method. And at the end, at the bottom, we can see another script whereby you have headers within that particular method, printf. Now let us look at CGI forms. Most, but not all, CGI scripts are contacted through the use of HTML forms. A form is an area of a web page in which the user can enter data and have that data submitted to another page. When a user hits a submit button on the form, the web browser contacts the script specified in that particular form tag. Now let us look at form fields. Each field within a form has a name and a value. The browser creates a query that includes a sequence of a name equals to value, substrings, and it sticks them together, separated by this special character. For example, if a user types Mbwete G is the name and none for occupation, that means in the form you have a name value and occupation value. The query would look like this. You can see from the script, the name is being filled as Mbwete G, but in the occupation field, it's filled as none because I didn't put anything. Now let us look at HTML forms. Each form includes a method that determines what HTTP method is used to submit the request. Each form includes an action that determines where the request is made. What CGI will get, it's a query from environmental variable, which is a query string. This will be a URL encoded string containing the name, value, pairs of all form fields. The CGI program must decode the query and separate these individual fields. Now let us look at HTTP method post. We've seen get, now we're looking at post. Get method delivers data as part of URI. Post method delivers data as content of a request. You can see from the script you have form method and then the post action. If request method is post, then the request is coming as standard in. The environmental variable content length tell us how much data to be read. Now let us compare between get method and post method. When using forms, it's generally better to use post method. Why? There are limits on the maximum size of a get method query string, and then you also have environmental variable as well. A post query string does not show up in the browser as part of the current URL. This is the end of our lecture. We've looked at CGI basics, how does CGI work, CGI URLs, forms, and the difference between get and post method. Thank you very much.